Welcome back to the channel that is W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith, and got something to talk to you about. But as I'm doing that, I'm going to show you some of the vehicles here. See, here's what I need to talk to you about. This is a situation that I got all these backlogs of custom and purchase police cars, first responder vehicles from November, December, and January. So I've been behind on that because we've been doing state police units across the country. So we was putting up all the videos on that, and since we finished, and say, well, we got this backlog of all these vehicles that came new and customized, purchased and customized vehicles that we need to display to you. And we are like 3 months behind. So what we're doing here is actually showing you all these cars in no particular order how we got them because they're mixed up. So we're going to show you a series of vehicles that's been recently purchased and customized between November, December, and January. And they will be in parts, at least 2 parts, but definitely in parts. So this is part 1 of the customized and purchased vehicles, police cars, first responder vehicles for the month of November, December, and January. And what you might get a vehicle, as I show you this, for this particular vehicle, the Washington D.C. police, excuse me, not police, but fire department, rescue department, EMS department. It's a Road Champs 143 scale vehicle. I'm just pulling it out so I can show you this, see what it is. Not sure of the actual thing. I'm just talking to you through this and kind of showing you the vehicle as we go through, as I'm trying to explain to you all the stuff going on at one time. So I'm multitasking here as far as talking is concerned, and trying to show you the vehicle. It has a light system that raises up the doors that open on here. I kind of glued them shut with just a little dab of glue, not much, but probably enough to, but definitely enough to keep it from swinging open. All these doors open here on the side, and it's a 4-door vehicle. Nice truck, nicely done. And this was purchased, and we found this at a scaled down hobby shop, a local hobby shop in the greater Columbia area, in Lexington actually. And it showed us, and we found this vehicle at a good price, and we kind of detailed it a little bit with the lights and everything else on the top. Just a little detail, and I think we did the detail in the front too, in the front lights here. Nicely done. So I'm going to show you all this. I'm going to show you part 1 of this, and I have everything in parts by tray. So I got a tray of vehicles to show you that's been customized and purchased between November, December, and January. So bear with me as we go through this in parts. Definitely in 2 parts, but right now just in parts. And that's just one of the vehicles that was purchased with a little detail. Here's another vehicle that we purchased, a green light, fire department in New York. This is kind of a Dodge Ram. This is a 2018 Dodge Ram here. Show you that in all its glory. It's a rescue fire department vehicle. Has an arm. I don't think the arm moves, but nicely done, nicely detailed, and it's a purchased vehicle. Has the front, has a light bar on the top. Nothing out of the ordinary. A 2-tone color of orange with stripes, white on the painted white on the top. and painted red on the on the side and on the back. There you go. Look at that in all its glory. Dodge Ram looks good with the doors here. The entire back part is painted red. It has the stripes, the orange and white stripes. A white stripe with the orange stripes sandwiched into it. The Fire Department New York on it. FDNY. And then it has the logo on it on the doors. The doors, no doors open, but it is a slick green light vehicle casting. 164 casting, but a slick light casting anyway. Put this at an angle, but we'll zoom in on the back here, where it has the keep back sign, FDNY on it. Nicely done, nicely detailed all the way through. We couldn't have done it better if we customized it ourselves. Nicely done. But we have at least one of these in the studio. And just to show it all, that was good for purchase. Now let's keep it going. Like I said, we have a lot of vehicles to cover, and trying to do this in the short amount of time possible. Here we have the 2018 Ford F-150. And this one's of the Seattle Fire Department. Nice done pickup truck, all red all the way around, with the yellow stripe going across from one end to the other, vertical, horizontally, one of the things. But anyway, it's going across from the front to the back. Nicely done. Has a light bar on the top. Has emergency number on the back of the truck, with the yellow bar with the yellow stripe going across the back. Nicely done. A little logo of the Seattle Fire Department on it. Emergency call 911. You'll see the logo on there. Nicely done. And you'll see it a little bit here. We zoom in our studio. And like I said, we're going to do this in two parts. All the new vehicles, purchased or customized vehicles, we'll tell you which ones has been purchased, which one's been customized. Because I almost can't tell either. We did such a good job with that. Tremendous good job here. Nicely done. You can see the inside on the back here. I'll kind of tilt it, lay it on the side here so you can see the back. Don't look at the, disregard the numbers for inventory purposes. Yes, we do keep inventory of these babies on a spreadsheet, but nicely done all the way around. We also, we try to buy two of each, at least two of each if we can. We'll see it there in all its glory. Nicely done. The Seattle Fire Department in a 2018 Ford F-150 delivery. Green light casting, of course, but definitely up there. I have another vehicle to show you. This one is the 2021 Chevy Tahoe. This is one of the green light castings of the Chevy Tahoe. Representing, can't make out the paramedic, but it is the EMS vehicles. Blooming Grove EMS. Nicely done. Funny why we didn't say the package, but we did say the casting. Nicely done on this one. A white Chevy Tahoe with the blue stripe, with a small orange stripe in the middle, going across from one end of the vehicle from the front to the back of the vehicle. Has a good logo on the window. Has a light bar. There's blue and red on this on the top. Yeah, blue and red on the top. Nicely done. We kind of detailed a little bit of the front. Detailed the lights with a chrome pin to represent some lights in the front of the grill. Nicely done. And that's all we did. This was a purchase vehicle. And on the back, put in a license plate. That's about it. Everything else is good. You see that blue with the very thin orange stripe on the back. Don't even know if you can see it that good. Yes, and you also see paramedic on the windshield, on the back windshield. You barely can see it, but if you can see it, that's amazing. And we have good lighting. But you can also but you also think that might be a reflection as well, and I thought that was a reflection at first. But on the back it does say paramedic on the windshield. Sometimes the camera just doesn't do it justice. That's why we're trying to explain to you and get you going. We got a chevron in the back as well in the part with the EMS. Yeah, with the logo of the Bloomington Grove EMS. And then good one on the side, dial 911, and on the bottom part of the rear corner. It's on both the driver and the passenger side, the rear end, by the wheel well, and nicely done. Unit number on the thing, so on the side doesn't match the number on the top, so don't look at that. Nicely done though, and we bought 2 of them too. Purchased 2 of them. And you got that going. Nicely done. Chevy Tahoe green light. 2021 Chevy Tahoe green light casting of the Bloomington Grove EMS. Nicely done. Let me see what else we have. We're not going in any particular order. When this was released, we didn't have anything in particular order. This is the Boise, Idaho Police Dodge Charger. This is a green light casting Dodge Charger that we got, that we purchased. And it was actually 1 unit, and we changed it to another unit. We customized this one and made it the Boise Police Department. Boise in Idaho. We got the Boise Police in the back. We got the Boise Police in the back. We got the not much design in the back. License plate. We do have their inscription in the bottom of the bumper. Nicely done. And then has a good hook stripe on it, I should say. It almost looks like a hockey stick. Definitely very describable if you find the Boise Police. That's what this design looks like. It looks like a hockey stick. Nicely done though. Police written on the inscription. You have the shield badge on the front end. On the side is on both sides, and then you have the Idaho State image on the top corner, right behind the window, on the back side of the window, around the back side, right behind the window, and has the unit number right next to that. Nicely done. This one has a bumper, push bar, I should say, and nicely done. This used to be another unit, and we just changed it to be the Boise, Idaho Police. Nicely done. It has a light bar on top, of course, and it's a customized casting that we put on a green light on a green light casting Dodge Charger. Nicely done. Yes, the trunk does open. I don't know we're going to get it open at this point in time, but trust me, that's the only thing that opens on this thing. But nicely done, it will open, and so far so good. And it's going to be there to build up the fleet, because we made one previously. Now we have made another one to add to the fleet. This one, next one, is an EMS vehicle. And I'm not exactly sure what unit this is. I have to look at the thing. But it's a Dodge Durango. It's a 2019 Dodge Durango casting. I can't make out what it is. I apologize for that. But it is a unit, is a EMS unit, probably in Pennsylvania if I'm not mistaken. But it does have an orange, it's a two-tone color. White on the top, orange on the, kind of yellowish orange on the side. Has a stripe, a Z-type white stripe going across from one end to the, from the, almost to the front wheel well, from the front wheel well to the back of the vehicle, going across. Has a dial 911, has the 290 command, nicely done. Has the unit number on it. Has the chevron. It says Station 290 on the windshield, and you'll see a chevron Station 290 on the windshield. A little easier on the back to see it. And then underneath the windshield, back windshield, it has quick response service. Nicely done. I will have to tell you what this EMS thing is. We'll show you eventually and tell you what it is. I apologize for not making it out what this is. But it is an EMS unit, probably based in Pennsylvania. I gotta check that out. Don't hold me to that. But the EMS units is good. I like the design. It has an EMS sign right by the mirror on the front. Right by the mirror cover on the front. It's adjacent on both sides. The light bar there is a light bar on top. Very thin light bar. But it is a light bar, and it can be effective in this copy is a replica of the real life version, and it has the same light bar, and it will provide coverage for the vehicle going in on the call service. So nice. We purchased twice. They purchased two of them. These are purchased vehicles. And we'll give you the name, like I said, we'll give you the name in another video, in the next video, and we'll update that for you. We apologize for that. Alright, let's go on. Got the AMR vehicle, ambulance vehicle. Nicely done. This is a purchase vehicle as well. Has a good whole design of the ambulance and the AMR on the, on the side. American Medical Response. That's what the AMR stands for. Global Medical Response Solution. It's a good transport vehicle. Has the AMR 426 on it. Is the unit number. But they love the designs on that ambulance. Chevron. No license plate, but we can add that. This is a 2019 Ford Transit vehicle. You'll see the front of it as well. Zoom in on it. Has ambulance on the hood of the vehicle. AMR on the top. Nicely done with a lot of logos and a lot of designs on the side, on the back, on the front, all over. Nicely done vehicle. We did a little bit of work on the front because we kept it as a slick top vehicle. We still put the kind of like detailed visor lights on the front of the windshield on the top to make it like it's is in response mode and have the light features to go with it. And on the back, we kind of see we did a little detail on the back as well, just between the AMR design and the medical decal on it, right between it. You can see it red on one side, kind of gray or silver on the other. That's what we're just trying to make it as a visor light on that one as well. Also, a little detail on our part, but nothing personal, nothing too far-fetched. Just to add to the ambience of the ambulance and keep it in a slick top vehicle. It's good for transports, but it's kind of more like a personal or private transport, something to shuttle from one hospital to another if that was necessary. That's usually what these vehicles are for, and it does a great job in that service. The 2019 Ford Transit green light vehicle casting of the AMR ambulance. Some a little off the wall here we did with the DC police. This is kind of like a what do you call it, a fictional unit, so to speak. But I just love this vehicle, and we have another one. We purchased another one like this a while ago, and this we found at Scale Down Hobby Shop. This is a Hot Wheels casting of Super Tuned. This is an unlicensed vehicle, Hot Wheels vehicle, in this casting of the fictional DC police. Now we're keeping it DC police because there is such thing as a DC police, and we'll probably put it in the mix with those vehicles. But definitely a good, effective vehicle. It has a spoiler on the back, but nicely done on the front. We detailed it with that, so we didn't exactly customize it, but we did customize it. We touched it up with a detail, kept it a slick top on the front. We put visor lights on the front of the vehicle, as well as detailed the headlights, detailed a little bit of the grill, detailed some lights on the grill with a chrome pin. Nicely done. Put a little, touched up the mirror, and did the back. Detailed the back. Even did we did visor lights on the back of the truck and lights on the spoiler. Kind of detail the lights on the spoiler, because if you're going to have the spoiler in there and you keep it there, you're going to at least have some lights in there so they can see it. And it won't block, the spoiler won't block the visor lights on incoming traffic coming up if they have to pull up to the side. As they come up, they can see all the lights in this glory, and they know they need to slow down and move over and get over. And this vehicle with the spoiler lights will definitely provide enough pop to do that, and hopefully maneuver the vehicles off the to the side, move over. But I like this vehicle. It's a nice sweet touch of detailing that we did to it. So I go out of the way and say it's a customized vehicle, since this is an unlicensed vehicle and an unlicensed unit, and a fictional unit. Nicely done. And it's going to be part of a tactical response, if you want to call it that, but it works. And I like it. I just like this vehicle. It's going to be part of the police force. We welcome it to the police force for the DC police. The Hot Wheels casting of the Super Tuned. Yep. Just in case you don't believe me. Super Tuned. Nicely done. Got a casting here, Hot Wheels casting of the Chevy Camaro ZL1 or LZ1. ZL1. Okay, it's the Chevy Camaro, 2017 Chevy Camaro ZL1, and it's the casting that we decorated it into the Alabama State Highway Patrol, ALEA. Alabama Law Enforcement, ALEA, that stands for Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. We tease it a lot with that name, but we love it. We love everything about the ALEA and the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. This is one of the vehicles that they may have in the fleet. I don't know if they do or not, but it's a vehicle that we customized to add to our fleet of vehicles that we have for the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Now, we showed this in the state police units across the country, so you'll definitely see this again. And if you watch that video, you'll definitely see this again in this casting but it's a nice casting of the nice Hot Wheels casting of the vehicle representing the state of Alabama. And it has a light bar, and we decorated the top with two-tone color, and a dark color on the top, gray on the side, and just about all the way around on the vehicle, with the state of Alabama logo on the doors, on each side of the doors. Two-door vehicle, sports vehicle, but you know it. You already know what this Camaro is and what it does and what it looks like and everything else. We'll just show you everything else in all its glory of the detailing of the detail job that we did here. Like I said, it's a customized vehicle that we use with the decals from Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. This was an outstanding job as well, as usual. And we detailed the lights and detailed the heck out of this vehicle. Nice job with the light bar. A little bit of license plate on it, and got a license plate on it on the other side. Nothing too fancy, nothing too out off the wall, but it definitely does a good job there. We love the wheels like it is. Some people probably will rotate the wheels, and that's not a bad thing. We detailed the grill, darken up the front of the grill, and did some detail on the lights. And you know how we are in customizing, just like purchasing. We try to make two of them. Nicely done. Not to be left out of the mix, though, as we move on, Alabama also has another vehicle to add to its fleet. It's been a busy unit as of late. This is the Chevy Tahoe 2021 Chevy Tahoe green light casting of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Nicely done. Got a casting. It was of one unit, and we customized it, refurbished it, made it into this unit. Nicely done. Decals made by Miss Rhonda of Police Decal and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. You did a great job here as well. Got the state trooper on the front side. Two-tone color part of the vehicle. Yeah. On the hood and on the back, you'll see a two-tone dark color on it. And we left it gray. And this was the original color as it was. We just modified everything to hit the specifications, to meet the specifications of this law enforcement agency, Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Got a light bar on the top. We left it like that. Nicely done. Looks clean all the way around. This already came with a push bar as well as the light bar, and we just detailed around it. It has a Leah in the back. It has a Leah in the back of the windshield, and state trooper in the back on the doors. We also colored in the door in the back and the rear door. Put in a decal, a license plate. Nicely done, and just went to town with the decals. Nicely done. Not much on the front, but it does have a push bar there. And we just detailed a little bit here and there all the way around the vehicle, but nicely done. Only one vehicle like this so far, so yeah, gotta keep that in mind. But definitely, this is definitely available to add to the fleet of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. The 2021, I guess, Chevy Tahoe green light casting of the Alabama State Trooper. Made another vehicle for the Pink Brigade casting. This is the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Department, and it's in a green light. Dodge Charger casting. Kept it just like we saw it on the image, Google Images, and just did the design. Had the You know, it had some good designs. The designs was by Cardinal Police Diecast. Thank you, gentlemen. Did a great job as usual. They did a great job with the details on it, and got the ribbon. Has the ribbon. Has the decorative designs. Has the stripe, star stripe, like his shooting star, so to speak. All the shooting star stripe all the way across the vehicle from the back to the front wheel well. Nicely done. We kept it a slick top vehicle according to the Google images, and and then the hood design as well. Nicely done on the hood design. Fight like a girl is what the inscription says on the top of the hood. And then we turn around and then put it on and then the other design as well. You know, the other side as well. Nicely done. We installed, did work on the back as well, on this green light casting. Nicely done. And added the license plate and kept it a slick top. Nicely done. We didn't really, and we probably should, at least with this one, because it's a slick top, at least put some visor lights on it. We will do that. Hasn't been quite released yet because we was working on this just recently. But nicely done on this Sheriff's Department, on the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Department. Nicely done. On the front, no, and we're also going to put some detail lights on the front as well. But nicely done, as well as on the visor lights. But definitely going to get that done. But just wanted to show you in all its glory from a decal perspective that the Santa Rosa County Sheriff, this is a good vehicle right here, part of the Paint Brigade series. Put on a green light casting. I guess only one of those for right now. Who knows? Next unit up is the West Columbia Police Department. Yes, West Columbia. We do have several West Columbias in the United States, and I know a few of them as police units. But this one's in our hometown in South Carolina. West Columbia Police Department. They just did a refurbish of their. Well, it wasn't recent. It was recently, but it wasn't like months ago. It was like about a year ago. They changed their decal design, and their decal design is now to this. And we had the previous design, the other design, but we only made 2 vehicles of that previous design. But since then, we like what they had, and we customized and we built the design. We built the actual decal design and actually installed that on the vehicle, replacing the old one, replacing the previous design that they had on the vehicle. We refurbished it to make it into this with this design. Refurbished the entire Dodge Charger Hot Wheels car casting just to fit the design and accommodate the decals and what we call the accessory decals, which is the little things like the 37040 unit number, all the other decals that goes onto the vehicle as well. That's go with, but separated from the primary design on the vehicle. Has a light bar, has a push bar, and that hasn't changed. We probably did change the push bar from a balsa wood to a 3D printed standout. Looks a little bit better that way. And then we detailed, we upgraded the detailing, or detailed upgrade the back with the lights, and then just went all good on the design on the back with the decals. These decals we made, they're not printed white, so we did it with a background. Establishment on it, and we touched it up and added and installed it into the vehicle. Installed it to the design as we put it on the vehicle. But nicely done on this Hot Wheels Dodge Charger. Nicely done. flag on the top, you know, on the corner by the windshield. Has the West Columbia logo on the City of West Columbia logo. Fancied up on that circle on the rear of the vehicle. It's on both sides. Nicely done. A red and, you know, a striped vehicle, you know, several stripes. You know, vehicle decal has several stripes. With a red blue mixed together. Excuse me, with blue and green mixed together, and it has police, and then it has the West Columbia on the bottom. Nicely done. And this is a 2012 Dodge Charger Hot Wheels casting. And we'll put the 2016 Dodge Charger SRT casting right adjacent with it. Using Dodge Chargers as part of their fleet. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Nicely done here. It also has a light bar, the push bar, and everything else. It's just all gussied up just on the back, just like the other one is. No number, no, you know, it does have a unit number on the Dodge Charger on the side, so on the front side of each one. And you're probably wondering, and it said once they're going to stop producing Dodge Chargers in a year or so. So what they're going to use to replace it? The Chevy Tahoe. Yes, the Chevy Tahoe is going to be their next vehicle. I know, because I live here. But we also seen it too, and we seen they're making a fleet of these Chevy Tahoes as they're becoming available for that unit. And they're just running it. They're just running running up the bill probably, but definitely running up an order for Chevy Tahoes to add to their fleet, and eventually replace these Dodge Chargers that you see here. But we'll keep the Dodge Chargers. We need a pursuit vehicle, and these guys and these Tahoes will clean up right behind what the Dodge Chargers leave behind. Yeah, you know, or left off or leave behind. And from a police perspective, anyway, I'm just teasing. But anyway, the Dodge Chargers, when they get replaced, they'll have the Chevy Tahoes ready to go, and they're already mixed into the fleet of the West Columbia Police Department. But nicely done here. Touch of the Chevy Tahoe here. You're going to see the back design similar to the rear of the Dodge Chargers. Please, the West Columbia logo, City of West Columbia logo, 375. It's a light bar, red and blue, but I think it's mostly blue on this one. And then you'll see the flag and the West Columbia initial logo on it, circle logo on it, as well as the West Columbia Police. No number on the side, but it's on the back though, and it's good to go. This is a unit. This is a Chevy Tahoe green light casting, and that had a previous police unit, and we refurbished it to make it this unit. Has the push bar in the front, the light bar on the top that was already in place when the casting was purchased. And it's becoming the West Columbia, and it's going to be part of the West Columbia Police Department. As you can see, the fleet is ready. One good look at the fleet deserves another. Nicely done. Nicely done. Customized almost from top to bottom, especially with the Dodge Chargers. The Tahoes was already painted, you know, was already that color casting. Just made it a little easier to make the vehicle by just touching it up, the lights with the chrome pins and the pins that we have, and add in the decals. Nicely done. Got a purchase casting as well. The New York Fire Department of New York Police Interceptor sedan. 2016 Ford Police Interceptor. The green light cast. It's a green light casting. Definitely done at the Fire Department of New York. Red color, red in color all the way around with the white stripe sandwiched between two yellow stripes, and those three stripes are going all the way across from the front to the rear of the vehicle. Nicely done. Got the patch logo on the doors on each side. Nicely done. EMS 4 Division. It has a flag on the back rear, on the top back, on the top rear, right behind the window, side window, and know that this is a good slick vehicle casting. I like this. It has FDNY on the front, and we kind of just detailed the lights with the chrome pin on each side of the Ford oval logo. On the rear of the vehicle, on the side, it has the website www.newyorkgovernment.com, nycgov.fdny, or /.gov, www.nyc.gov/fdny. Make sure I read it properly. I had to look at the other side because this one has a gas cap on it, and you kind of can't tell what the inscription said, but nicely done. Also on the rear, has FDNY on the rear. A little chevron across the back, if you can see that. I think you can, because it's in gray color. And license plate. Everything else looks good. Nicely done for a police interceptor sedan. We rarely see this type of casting on green light, so I hope they come up with more of these in the future. But nicely done. We got two of the green light castings right here, and show it for your viewing pleasure. Always for the viewing pleasure. All right, we made another set of Wyoming State Highway Patrol vehicles. This is the Dodge Charger green light casting. Kind of a Black Bandit series that we converted into a police vehicle. We put the decals on, installed the decals on by Police Decals and Deals by Miss Rhonda. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Outstanding job as always. Put a flag on the side of the rear window. Yeah, right on the edge of the rear window. That state trooper on the thing has a good, almost what I call a swish stripe going across from the wheel well, from one end of the wheel well to the other. Just kind of shift it a little bit so it can accommodate, go over the wheel well while actually hitting the wheel well. And it has the Wyoming Highway Patrol across the doors on top of the swish, on top of the logo, swish logo. Not bad. On the front, we'll probably do the front first. On the front, we did the added a push bar on the front, 3D printed push bar, and then we added the lights with the chrome pin. You probably won't see the image on the windshield. They'll say Highway State Trooper. It'll say State Trooper on the windshield, but I'm not sure you're going to see it very well. I don't know if it's going to give you any justice. There we go. See if we can give you that. Yeah, State Trooper on the windshield there. There you go. Nicely done. Black Bandit vehicle here. A Dodge Charger. That means it's a matte, so it has a matte black in color. But this is this comes off good. We had a light bar on the top and designs on the side, like no, in the front like no other. Let's see if we did the back any better. Yeah, we did. Get a chevron on the back. Has highway patrol on the back rear of the vehicle, underneath the lights, of course, and just above the chevron on the bump, which the chevron's on the bumper of the vehicle. Adjacent, each chevron side is adjacent to the license plate, so not bad at all. Nicely done. We did a great job with that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do that. And we're going to do the Dodge Challenger. Similar in this one. This was this is a Auto World casting of the Dodge Challenger. Similar design, just like the Dodge Charger. Has a light bar on the top, no push bar. We kind of use this as a pursuit muscle car vehicle for pursuit purposes, and it definitely pursues like no other vehicle. Now it has state trooper and everything else, all the designs, just like you see here on the side of the Dodge Charger. Has the state trooper on the windshield as well on the front. So I'm not gonna bore you with the details in that aspect, but it definitely on a Dodge Challenger, it looks good on this casting. And on the side, looks good here. Try to zoom in on a little bit. You got some light shining on there, putting a little glare on the side, but that's all right. And then on the back, we kind of did the same thing. Highway patrol in the back, between the lights and the chevron's on the bumper, adjacent on each side to the license plate. Not bad at all. Nice touch on the decals, and nice touch on the vehicles. Still have a clean look, a clean and shiny look, even though that the Dodge Charger is on a matte black format. But it's good to make the fleet like that. And if you want it shiny and new, this is the Dodge Challenger is the way to go. Nicely done. And they'll be added to the fleet. That also has a Dodge Charger and a matte black Dodge Charger and a shiny black Dodge Challenger. Nicely done. Auto World casting, by the way. Nicely done. Wasn't sure if you noticed this or not, but we did have another Illinois State Police anniversary vehicle sighting. Definitely saw a lot of it on our state police units across the country video, representing the Illinois State Police. Probably have more of this casting than we do of any Illinois State Police vehicle that we have at the moment. But right now, all of this is in the anniversary, and it's in the anniversary format. So which is this matte black, which is just like this, has a matte black top, has a white pearl on the side, pearl white on the side. It has the Illinois State Police on the doors, or adjacent to each side, driver and passenger side, and then on the back part of it has the trooper saluting, right, trooper silhouette saluting right in front of the 100, right in front of the 100 logo, celebrating 100 years of the Illinois State Police, which I think they celebrated in 2021 if I'm not mistaken. So this is a 2021 vehicle. It has a bubble light on the top, has a push bar on the front, and nicely done. We also added, for added measure, because of our society is driving at a fast pace and sometimes don't give the law enforcement agencies ultimate respect. We do put in proper lighting as far as the visor lights, so we detailed the visor lights on the top, on the top front and on the back to support the bubble light that they have on the top. Nothing personal to the drivers. because I'm a driver too. We have the same thing going on the other side, of course. Nice wheels. Green light police is a green light casting of the police interceptor utility that they're using for these anniversary vehicles. This is a purchase vehicle, but not. But we need to. We're going to try to even at least make enough state police vehicles, regular Illinois state police vehicles, to even up with the anniversary ones. So you won't see a lot of anniversary ones, but I think you're going to see a couple of more anniversary ones before too long. Because like I said, I'm not sure if we even have that casting. We did have as you can tell, we had the Dodge Charger anniversary vehicle, the Dodge in the Dodge Charger delivery as well as this one. So plenty of these vehicles to go around, but definitely, so get them while you can. They're definitely a good vehicle to have to add to your collection. But we got to make some regular ones too. So I didn't want to bore you to put more than one on the showroom floor. Well, we did anyway. Yeah. But anyway, here we go with another casting. This is a municipal sheriff's department. Good. Johnson County Sheriff. That's what this one is. It's a police interceptor utility, green light casting. Nicely done. Has the sheriff. Has the logo on sheriff word across the doors. Has the logo right next to the sheriff. Has the unit number right on the front side, on each side. Has Johnson County on the windshield. And the city and the county's logo. Has sheriff on the front. Has sheriff on the front hood, front top hood. As you can see that. We kept it a slick top. It came in as a slick top vehicle, and we kept it like that, and decorated visor lights on the top, just right underneath the sheriff on the windshield. Not bad at all. It already came with a push bar. We definitely did details on we did a little detail on the push bar with the chrome pin. Other side, it's not bad, but a nice slick top, almost a stealth-like vehicle in its own form, without trying to be stealthy. But it is stealthy. It has some stealth capabilities, especially when it's a slick top. In the back, it has the website, web address, johnsonsheriff.org. Yeah, johnsonsheriff.org. And then it has sheriff on the other side of the license plate. On the right, on the passenger side of the rear of the license plate. On the rear by the license plate. There you go. Has the state of Kansas. Already had the license plate on it from the state of Kansas. So this is This is a vehicle in Kansas, in the Kansas state area. So Johnson County, Kansas. Has visor lights on the rear as well. Nicely done. Nicely done. And we made, we didn't make this. We purchased these vehicles. They came purchased. And we got two. Nicely done. All right. We're down to one more. At least for this part. And there it is. In all its glory in green and white. It's the Escambia County Sheriff in Florida. This is a green light Chevy Tahoe casting representing the state. A green and white two-tone color vehicle. Green all the way around, white on the doors. Has the sheriff written on the doors written across the doors. Escambia County right underneath the sheriff. The sheriff font is in green and yellow. Escambia County font is in green. Has the star logo on each side of the front, on the front side of the vehicle, each side of it. Light bar on the top, push bar on the front. Not bad at all. Nicely done. And it gives you an opportunity to see it in all its glory. Got a little detail that we did with the chrome pin on the light, the detail of the lights on the front of that push bar. And everything else is just like it is. We didn't do too much after that. That's it. We just only did a little detail here and there. That was it. And then we'll show you the back as well. On the back, not sure if you're going to see it, but it does have Deputy Sheriff on the back, right underneath the Chevy logo. Deputy Sheriff, and then right underneath the Deputy Sheriff as Escambia County. Has the Florida license plate that was already put in there, manufactured in there. And then has the website address on the bottom bumper of that, right underneath the door. www.escambia.so. SO as in Sheriff's Office, and initial as the Sheriff's Office.com. Nicely done. And it's a .com. Some of them is in .org, but this one's in .com. Very few of the units in .com in format, but nicely done all the way around. Nicely done. And we made two, and we purchased two. This is a purchase vehicle. And there you have it. There you have it. Part one of our showcase of vehicles, that a backlog of vehicles that we have to show you, so we can get this sorted out, and so we can sort it out and put it in our display and get our display organized. But we have to show you these first, and we had a backlog of these things. We have 3 trays of backlog, so I think it's going to be in 2 parts. Definitely in 2 parts at least. Customized and purchased vehicles that we've established during the month of November, December, and January. And we was only held up by the fact that we did state police units videos across the country, that we put it all together, collaborated, put it all together, and put it on the YouTube channel. And then we would want to be in behind, so we're trying to catch up and give you this backlog of stuff that was purchased between this November, December, and January. So this is part 1. Part 2 is coming up pretty soon, so stay tuned. Don't forget to ring the bell, hit the bell, so when we upload this, when we upload part 2, and hopefully just part 2 and no more than that, but if we do that, we'll let you know. Just ring the bell, hit the bell for notification. We'll drop in another one for you and put it on the YouTube channel for you to enjoy. Thank you for watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith. We'll see you on the next one.